What's up everyone, Brad here with the Money Dad channel. In this video we have got to go over CleanSpark, stock ticker CLSK, because we put a price prediction out on it just 3 days ago here on the channel. If you go to the Money Dad channel, you look up the videos, you can see 3 days ago. Go watch that if you want some background information on the company, on the fundamentals, the revenue report that they put out that's very bullish, forward leaning. But 3 days ago we put that stock price prediction out, and at the time that stock was trading at $28. And now after this crazy day that we just had, a 25%, almost 26% up day, CleanSpark is now trading at $38. So insane day. We put that last video out during this candlestick right here, so we had just 3 up days right here. It was a little choppy those 2 days in the middle, but we bounced nicely off of this support right here that I talked about in the last video, and we shot straight up through this bull pennant. So this is massive, guys. This is a big deal, because in that first video I talked about this blue line right here being resistance that we needed to break through in order to initiate our trade. Well, look what happened today, guys. We broke through it with some serious volume too. Look at this volume candlestick down here. It just came out of nowhere. And I was tracking this stock during the day. I'm going to bump down into the 15-minute now to show you guys, when the volume really started to happen. So every candlestick on the screen now is 15 minutes. I normally look at the 1 day. That's where I prefer to make my trades, on those 1 day charts. But now every candlestick on this chart here is 15 minutes. It represents 15 minutes of trading, okay? So you can see the down here at the bottom, the timeline where the volume started to tick up today. So this is where the day started, right here, right? And I remember looking at this stock like halfway through the day, and I was like, okay, we're having a decent day. And then this afternoon, look, right here is when it all started. This is where the volume started, right here at 1:15 in the afternoon. The big volume started coming in, and then the big price gains started coming in. We sold off a little tiny bit at the end, but I mean, that's to be expected when you make 26% in 1 day, right? So that was massive. This afternoon was absolutely awesome for CleanSpark. And I think this is a very bullish case for CleanSpark going forward as well. And the reason why I think this is so bullish, guys, is because of that initial price prediction that we had on this stock. This is a bull pennant pattern right here, right? And you really love to see the breakout over the resistance on big volume. That is a strong suggestion that we are kind of off to the races here. So as long as we don't break back down into this bull pennant, I mean, even if we have a down day tomorrow, as long as we stay above this blue line, we are totally fine. I think this trade is now valid. It is prepared for us to get in. So we can project some serious upside on this trade, and I made this price target in the previous video as well, but I wanted to make another one to kind of update you guys on what happened in CleanSpark today if you haven't gotten in yet. I did say in the first video, now is not the time to get in. 3 days ago was not the time to get in. We wanted to wait for a confirmation, a validation of a breakout over this blue line before we get in. That is your confirmation right there. So we have closed above the blue line. It's now a valid breakout and entry point for a trade on a bull pennant pattern. So we take this flagpole right here to get our price target. And I showed you guys how to do this in the first video as well. You just copy and paste it, and you start it wherever you think the new bull trend was going to start. And I think I used this exact spot. So it's going to be probably the same price projection, but we will do it again just in case. We'll get this flag to start right at the bottom of that candlestick right there, and we get a price target, $67 on this stock, guys, okay? So $67 on a stock that closed today at 38. So you're talking about $19 of upside. Let's call it 20 to make it easy math. $20 of upside on a $40 stock. What is that? 50% upside potential from here, guys. You can make 50% on your money within the next, well, let's look at the time frame. Through 22 April. It could even happen a lot faster than that with this kind of volume, coming out of the woodwork. I mean, it just came out of nowhere today. I could see it reaching 68, or what was it, 67? Yeah, 67 much faster than that. but the projection here is through two-thirds of the way through April. So it could take 2 months to play out through this trade, but you're talking about making 50% on your money in CleanSpark. Very bullish case here with the technicals on CleanSpark. TradingView feels the same way. Their technical rating on CleanSpark is now a strong buy based on this massive bullish candlestick that we had today. And if you're a fundamentals person, I talked about the fundamentals in the earnings report that they just reported a few days ago in the first video, so go check that out. But to sum it up, their earnings forecast for 2021 is $30 million, and they're coming off of a quarter where they made $2.3 million. So think about that. They made $2.3 million in one quarter, and they're now projecting $30 million, a massive increase in revenue, and that is almost entirely based on their new addition to their business model of Bitcoin mining. They got into the cryptocurrency mining space hard, just out of nowhere. This is a microgrid company, or it was a microgrid company primarily back when I started investing it. I got into this stock at $9 like 6 months ago or so, and it was a microgrid company then, right? They were in the business of selling software to microgrids, implementing that software, and making microgrids more efficient. So they're in the energy space, and they're in the industry of making energy more efficient. So it makes so much sense that they would get into Bitcoin mining when the primary expense for mining Bitcoin is energy, electricity, the cost of electricity, right? They're in the business of making cheap electricity, or making electricity cheaper, right? So they get into Bitcoin mining with cheap electricity. Their costs are very low. I remember reading a report a long time ago where they said as long as the price of Bitcoin is higher than $7,000, they will profit off of mining Bitcoin. Think about that. That is insane, because Bitcoin right now, today, at the time of this recording, is sitting at like $52,000 a coin. Let's look at it real quick. $51,700 a coin. And CleanSpark said that they could make profit on Bitcoin as long as it was over $7,000. So you're telling me they're making $45,000 of profit for every coin that they mine. That is crazy. So you can see why there is so much potential here. As long as they keep investing in their Bitcoin mining equipment and that side of the business, they're just going to keep generating more and more profits. So that's why you see them make $2.3 million revenue in the previous quarter, and now project $30 million of revenue for the year going forward. Just absolutely massive year-over-year growth. So I think that's what I've got for you guys. Again, if you are not in this trade, we got a confirmation today that we can now get into it. We closed above this blue resistance line, and that is our confirmation, and we are targeting $67 to the upside on CleanSpark when we are currently sitting at 38. So almost 50% upside potential over the next 2 months or so, but I do think we will get there quicker than the 2 months that this chart is forecasting. Okay, guys, so if you didn't make the gains today, this 25, 26, 27%, whatever it was, not a big deal. I think there is a ton of gains to be had going forward in CleanSpark. As long as this price action stays above this blue line, I think we're totally fine. Okay, guys, I hope you guys are doing good out there. I know the market has been a little weak lately. I hope nobody is losing too much money out there. If you are, I'm sorry to hear that, but I do think that this market is going up over the long term. So if you've lost some money this week, just stick it out. That's my opinion, coming from someone who is not a financial advisor. So take it with a grain of salt, do your own due diligence. But the history here, the data shows that the stock market makes about 10 to 12% a year, averaged out over the long term, as long as you just stick it out, right? And that includes crashes, major crashes. So if you lost some money, try not to worry too much about it. I know we are all human. It's impossible to not think about it, but try not to make any rash decisions based off of, a couple of red candlesticks. All right, guys, that's all I got. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit that like button for me. It helps the channel out so much. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. We do stock price predictions based on chart analysis. I have been getting into a little bit of fundamentals here because I hear people like that kind of stuff as well. So I'm sprinkling that in from here to there. I also do some live streams occasionally where I do show my face in my videos and we have some fun. I pull up charts that you guys recommend in the chat, and I pull them up for you, and I do a little bit of quick analysis. So that's been fun as well. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, hit the subscribe button, okay? Leave a comment down below. I will see you guys there and in the next video. Thanks.